The boom nobody saw coming. In 2019, about 1.8 million Indian tourists visited Thailand. In 2024, that number hit 2.2 million. And it is still growing. Phuket, Pattaya, Bangkok. Suddenly, Hindi is everywhere. Bollywood songs playing in clubs. Indian restaurants on every corner. Signs in Hindi. Tour guides speaking Tamil and Bengali. Walk through Patong Beach in Phuket, and half the tourists are Indian. Visit Pattaya Walking Street, and you will hear more Hindi than English. Even in Bangkok malls, Indian families have become the norm, not the exception. Chapter 1. Why now? The perfect storm. The boom didn't happen overnight. It was years in the making. And then, COVID changed everything. During the pandemic, Indians couldn't travel. But unlike Western tourists who spread across destinations, Indian travelers were waiting for one place: Thailand. October 2nd, 2022. The game-changer Thailand made a critical decision: visa-free entry for Indian tourists. Before this, Indians needed visas. Slow, expensive, frustrating. Many chose Singapore, Dubai, or the Maldives instead, but visa-free entry removed that barrier. Suddenly, booking Bangkok was as easy as a domestic flight, and Indians started coming. Fast. But visa policy alone doesn't explain the boom. 3 other factors made Thailand irresistible. First, Bollywood. For decades, Bollywood filmed in Thailand. Phuket, Krabi, Phi Islands. Every romantic song, every dance sequence, Indian audiences watched and dreamed. Thailand became a fantasy destination, not just a country, but a movie set Indians wanted to step into. Second, affordability compared to Europe. Thailand is incredibly affordable. A family of 4 can visit for less than a single Paris trip. Flights, $200, $400 round-trip hotels, $30/night in Phuket food. Delicious and cheap. Tours, budget-friendly for India's growing middle class. Thailand offers international travel without financial stress. Third, cultural comfort. Thailand is close, just hours by flight. No jet lag. Warm weather year-round. And increasingly, Indian food, Hindi-speaking guides, Indian-friendly services everywhere. Thailand adapted fast, faster than most countries, and Indian tourists responded. Chapter 2. Where they go. Not all of Thailand sees this boom equally. Indian tourists concentrate in 3 areas. Phuket, the crown jewel Patong Beach, once Western-dominated, now fills with Indian families. Women in saris walking beaches. Kids building sandcastles. Groups taking sunset selfies. Restaurants adapted quickly. Menus now offer paneer tikka, biryani, dal. Signs advertise pure veg and Jain food available. One restaurant owner told me, 5 years ago, maybe 5 Indian customers weekly. Now, 70% of our customers are Indian. Pattaya. Different energy. Pattaya attracts more male travelers. Friend groups. Bachelor parties. The nightlife draws them in. But even Pattaya changed. Indian clubs opened. Bollywood music nights. Hindi-speaking hosts. Bangkok. Shopping paradise shopping. Temples. Street food. Indian tourists flood Siam Paragon. Chatuchak. Grand Palace. MBK Center now has entire floors for Indian tourists. Stores accept Indian payment apps. Staff speak Hindi. Thailand. But adaptation comes with complexity. Chapter 3. What Thai people say. I talked to Thai locals, business owners, taxi drivers, hotel staff, tour guides. And like any major tourism shift, perspectives were mixed. The positive side, many welcomed the change. A hotel manager in Phuket. Indian tourists saved us after COVID. When Westerners weren't coming, Indians filled our hotels. We're grateful. Really grateful. A Bangkok tour guide. Indian families are wonderful. Big groups. Respectful. They spend on experiences. Good for business. A restaurant owner showed his new menu. 5 years ago, 5 Indian customers weekly. Now, 70%. We learned paneer tikka, biryani, proper dal. Business is booming. Many Thais recognize the economic lifeline. Jobs created, revenue flowing, recovery, the challenge. But rapid change always brings adjustment, and some Thais expressed concerns about transformation speed. Cultural differences in communication. A Phuket shop owner. Shopping culture differs. In India, negotiating is normal. Here, we have fixed prices, sometimes confusion. But we're learning to explain our system better. Different noise levels. A Thai woman at beach. Thai culture values quiet publicly. Some tourist groups can be loud. Not just Indians, Westerners too. It's cultural difference. Temple etiquette. A temple caretaker. Many visitors don't know Buddhist rules. Cover shoulders, knees, remove shoes, no loud talking. We're adding signs in multiple languages. Learning process for everyone. Overcrowding concerns. A Patong local. Phuket feels different. More crowded. Prices rising. Some of us can't afford tourist areas anymore. But that happened with Chinese tourists, Western tourists before. It's tourism growth reality. The balanced truth. This isn't about Indian tourists being problematic. This is about rapid change and cultural adjustment. Every major tourism boom creates friction. Chinese tourists, 2010s. Same complaints Western backpackers, 1990s. Same tensions Japanese tourists, 1980s. Same concerns cultural friction happens everywhere. Tourism explodes. The question isn't whether change is comfortable. The question is, are both sides willing to adapt? And in Thailand, the answer is mostly yes. Thai businesses adapt faster than anywhere. Indian tourists learn Thai customs quickly. It's not perfect, but it's working. Chapter 4. What Indian tourists say. I also talked to Indian tourists, families, couples, solo travelers. They shared joys and frustrations. Why they love Thailand. Most Indian tourists absolutely love Thailand. Mumbai family. Third time here. Thailand feels safe, beautiful, affordable. Kids love beaches, we love culture. Perfect international destination. Solo female traveler from Bangalore. I can walk alone at night. Explore freely. That's rare for Indian women traveling alone. Thailand gives me confidence. Young Delhi professional. For my generation, first chance to travel internationally. Our parents couldn't afford it. Thailand lets us experience the world affordably. That's precious. The frustrations. But travel isn't always smooth. Navigation and communication. Chennai couple. Outside Bangkok, English is limited. Google Translate helps but tricky. We're learning basic Thai phrases now. Different service expectations. Hyderabad businessman. Service style differs. India. Very attentive. Here, more hands-off. Not bad, just different. We're adjusting expectations. Pricing confusion. Some travelers, tourist versus local prices can confuse. We've learned, ask prices up front, use taximeters. It's a learning curve. Self-awareness, important. Many Indian tourists showed remarkable self-awareness. Pune family. We noticed some Indians being loud publicly. Normal in India, but stands out here. We remind our group to speak softer. Kolkata traveler, first-time international travelers don't know local customs. Temple dress codes, behavior rules. We learn as we go, sometimes making mistakes. Wish more information before arrival. Experienced traveler, some bargain aggressively. That's how we shop home. But I learned Thai fixed prices are already fair. I don't negotiate anymore. It's respecting local business culture. The big picture. The vast majority of Indian tourists are curious, respectful, genuinely grateful for Thailand's welcome. They're first-time international travelers discovering the world. Families creating memories parents never could. Young people expanding horizons. Yes, some make mistakes. Yes, some still learning international etiquette. But that's true of every nationality when they first start traveling abroad. Americans, 1950s. Japanese, 1970s. Chinese, 2000s. Indians, 2020s. Every group goes through this adjustment, and every group eventually learns. That's not a problem. That's the process. Chapter 5. Cultural differences. So where did tensions actually come from? Not from malice, not from disrespect. From different cultural norms existing for centuries. Let me explain key differences. Not to judge, but understand. Difference 1. Communication volume. Indian culture. Conversations are expressive, energetic. Talking loudly publicly is normal. Even shows warmth. Families debate openly. Discussions are passionate. Thai culture, quiet behavior signals respect. Loud voices can feel aggressive, even if unintended. Calmness is valued. Restraint shows politeness. The clash, animated Indian conversations in restaurants/beaches. Thais may interpret as rude, but Indians aren't trying to disrupt. They're communicating as they always have. The solution, awareness both sides. Indians learning to lower volume in shared spaces. Thais understanding it's not intentional disrespect. Difference 2. Shopping culture. Indian culture, bargaining is art form, social ritual. You negotiate everything. Clothes, food, services, expected, even enjoyable. Fixed prices feel impersonal. Thai culture. Many prices fixed, especially cities. Constant bargaining frustrates vendors. 50% off feels disrespectful when margins thin. The clash. Indian tourists negotiate by habit. Thai shopkeepers feel prices already fair. The solution. Indians learning when bargaining appropriate. Markets yes, malls no. Thai businesses understanding it's cultural, not personal. Difference 3. Public space behavior. In India, with 1.4 billion people, public space is naturally chaotic. Environmental infrastructure still developing. Public cleanliness varies greatly by region. In Thailand, cleanliness is national pride source. Public spaces well maintained. Littering rare, socially unacceptable. The clash. Some tourists accustomed to different standards may not realize importance Thailand places on cleanliness. Important. This isn't unique to Indians. Western tourists litter too. Chinese faced same criticism. The solution. Clear multilingual signage. Pre-arrival education. And time. Habits change with exposure. Difference 4. Religious spaces. In India, Hindu temples often allow casual dress. Shorts, sleeveless shirts, photography common. Religious spaces feel accessible, relaxed. In Thailand, Buddhist temples are sacred with strict rules. Cover shoulders and knees. Remove shoes. Stay quiet. Limited photography. The clash. Many Indians simply don't know the rules. Not being disrespectful on purpose. Just haven't been informed. The solution. Better entry information. Rental clothing available. Many temples do this. Gentle education. The important truth. None of these differences make one culture better or worse. They're just different. India, 5,000 years cultural history. Thailand, own ancient traditions. When they meet suddenly, friction is natural. But here's the good news. Every country receiving major tourism goes through this, and every country eventually adapts. Thailand adapted to Western backpackers. Thailand adapted to Chinese tour groups. Now Thailand adapts to Indian families. And Indian tourists adapt too. Learning temple etiquette. Understanding local prices. Discovering Thai social norms. This isn't a clash. It's an adjustment period. And adjustment periods always end. Chapter 6. Economic impact. Let's talk money. Because ultimately, tourism is business. Indian tourists spend big. In 2024, Indian tourists contributed over $2 billion USD to Thailand's economy. Hotels, restaurants, transportation, shopping, tours. For a country recovering from COVID, that money matters. Jobs created. Entire industries now cater specifically to Indians. Indian restaurants, Hindi-speaking guides, Indian payment systems, Jain food certifications. Thailand adapted faster than almost any country. But there's a downside. Overcrowding. Patong Beach, now so crowded locals avoid it. Once peaceful, now feels like a mall. Rising prices. When demand increases, prices follow. Some Thais complain they can't afford tourist areas in their own country. Cultural dilution. One Thai local, Phuket doesn't feel like Thailand anymore. It feels like Little India. The uncomfortable question, is economic benefit worth cultural change? For Thai business owners, yes, absolutely. For locals not profiting from tourism, maybe not. But here's the truth. This isn't unique to Indian tourists. Western tourists changed Thailand decades ago. Chinese tourists did same in 2010. Tourism always changes the destination. The question isn't whether change happens. It's how we manage it. Verdict. The real story. So what's the real story? Indian tourists aren't invading Thailand. They're visiting. Legally. Welcomed by policy. Thai people aren't xenophobic. They're adapting to fastest tourism boom in history. Rapid change is hard for anyone. This is not a story with villains. It's about globalization. Rising middle class finally able to travel. A country that opened doors, reaped economic rewards, but faced growing pains. What needs to happen? For Indian tourists, learn local customs before arrival. Dress properly at temples. Keep voice down publicly. Don't litter. Understand bargaining doesn't work everywhere. Learn a few Thai phrases. Goes a long way. For Thai people, remember tourism built your cities, funds your economy. Cultural exchange, even when uncomfortable, makes the world better. These tourists aren't trying to disrespect. They're learning, and most learn fast. The bigger picture. This isn't invasion. This is what happens when 1.4 billion people, who for generations could only dream of international travel, finally get that chance. For many, this is their first time seeing another country, first time experiencing different culture, first time showing children the world. That's not a problem. That's beautiful. Historical perspective. In 10 years, this will feel normal, just like Chinese tourists felt overwhelming, 2010. And now we're just part of Thai tourism, just like Western backpackers felt invasive, 1990s, and now are part of Thai identity. Thailand has always adapted. Indian tourists will adapt. This chapter of Thailand's tourism story will just be another chapter, not a crisis, just change. Final words. To Indian travelers planning Thailand, go, enjoy. This country is incredible, but respect local customs. You're not just a tourist. You're an ambassador for 1.4 billion people. Make them proud. To Thai people watching, your concerns are valid. But remember, every generation of tourists brought same concerns. And every time, Thailand adapted beautifully. This time will be no different. The close, Thailand and India. Two ancient cultures, different histories, different traditions. But now, connected by tourism, economics, shared future. This isn't clash of civilizations. It's meeting of civilizations. And like all meetings, it takes time to understand each other. But we'll get there, because at the end of the day, we all want the same thing: to explore, to connect, to understand. And Thailand is where that's happening. Thanks for watching this documentary. If it opened your eyes to a different perspective, hit that like button. Planning a trip to Thailand, Indian, Thai, anywhere? Drop a comment. I read every one. And subscribe, because next week I'm covering how American soldiers created modern Thailand. See you in the next one.